Let's talk about the best of 2025. It's kind of a tradition on BookTube to start the new year with a kind of a retrospective from the year before. So let me talk to you about the best books that I read in 2025. As a working mom of twin toddlers, I was quite happy to reach my goal from 2025, which was to read 50 books. To be precise, I read 47 novels, 5 short stories, 2 collections of short stories, 2 non-fiction, and 3 comics manga. My main mood, according to Storygraph, are mysterious, dark, adventurous and reflective, and my main genres are literary, mystery, thriller and contemporary. And from all these, 10 books received 5 stars, and that's the one that I want to talk to you about. I am going to present them to you in the order that I read them during the year. So let's begin. I started the year strong with Tomorrow, Tomorrow, Tomorrow by Gabrielle Devine, where a boy and a girl bond around video games when they are kids, and when they grow up they decide to create one themselves. It's my favorite kind of books, the books that stuck with you, that stays with you for months, and I was very moved by the characters, and I also really liked the video game aspect. Even if myself I'm not a big player, I still thought that the world of the games were very immersive, and it was very a different kind of book for me, but I loved it. Miss Bunkle's book by D.E. Stevenson. It's my first Persephone book, and it will definitely not be the last. It's about a woman who lives in a small English village and decides to write a book about her neighbors, and it starts a lot of commotion. It's very funny in a quirky way, and it's very British, which I love. I also really loved discovering this edition. They are very beautiful, and they have the in-print paper is coming with a bookmark, which is the same, and I think it's really, really nice. And I am looking forward to read way more Persephone books in the future. Strange Weather in Tokyo by Hiromi Kawakami. I was looking for Under the Eye of the Big Bird during a trip in London last year because it was shortlisted for the International Booker Prize 2025, but I found this one first in the bookshop. We follow the growing relationship between a woman and her former professor. It has a dreamy atmosphere, it's very soft and warm. They share a lot of meals and drinks, so don't read while hungry. I still have to read Under the Eye of the Big Bird, but I probably will because it's very interesting. And I want to read more from that author. I also found, while in London, People from My Neighborhood, which is a collection of short stories, and I'm planning on reading that one too. Martyr by Kaveh Akbar. I heard a lot of praise about this one, and it was well deserved. We go along with a part of the life of a young man who has quite a difficult life. He lost his mom when he was a baby, and later his father, and now he's obsessed with martyrdom. It's a really difficult book. Prepare to feel all the feels for this one, but it's really worth it. And if it's just even for the prose, I have highlighted so many things in that book that I think it would be falling apart. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's very, very beautiful. In The Institute from Stephen King, we follow a group of kids with special abilities who are taken to a secret facility. It's not my favorite Stephen King, but I still gave it 5 stars because King is a master in character study, In fact, it's what I love the most about these books. I was very invested from the start. There is a slower part during the middle, but then the more you go on, the more the suspense is high, and I was really at the edge of my seat in the end. The next one were Station 11 and Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel. I actually made an entire video about this. It was my first video on YouTube, and I will put the link here and in the description. It's a speculative fiction, and you should definitely check it out. The Wedding People by Alison S. Patch. There was a lot of hype around this one, and the cover definitely finished to convince me to read it. It's about a woman who goes to her dream hotel to end her life, but she didn't expect to crash a wedding and bond with the bride. Despite the very dark beginning, it's in fact a very hopeful book, and it's also quite funny. I am looking forward to see what Alison S. Patch is going to publish next, because I really liked her writing style. You should still check the trigger warning if it's something that concerns you, because there are quite a few. But like I said, it's not a very sad book. It's kind of uplifting. We Have Always Lived in the Castle from Shirley Jackson. We follow two girls who are living in a big castle with their uncle, and they are the only survivor of their family who perished in a mysterious way. I had read The Haunting of Hill House a few years ago, and it was okay for me, but this one I thought was amazing. It's dark and mysterious. It was written in the 60s, but it feels older, like a classic Gothic mystery. The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton. It takes place in Amsterdam in the 17th century, where a young girl is married to a rich merchant. As a wedding gift, he gives her a miniature house, and then strange things start happening. It's a historical mystery fiction, which is kind of unusual read for me. But from the start, I felt very invested in her life as a bride at barely 17, and as she learns to navigate in a new city. I would also like to give some honorable mention of books that were almost 5 stars. The first one is All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. It was the best thriller that I read in a long time, and I'm looking forward to read something else from him, maybe for the Pop Sugar Challenge, which I'm doing this year. I read also Lost Man's Lane from Scott Carson. It's perfect for Stephen King fan. You should check it out if it's something that you like, and it's not so much horror, but more mystery, and it's also kind of slow pace, but I really liked it. After I read my first Brandon Sanderson, it was about time. I'm not a big fantasy reader, but I read Final Empire, which is the first of the Mistborn trilogy, and I kind of want to read them all now, so keep watching to see more of Brandon Sanderson. One of the ones that I very liked this year was Butter from Asako Yuzuki. It's a strange book about the place of women in Japan, and about food. Once again, it will make you want to eat a lot of things. And at the very end of the year, I read On the Calculation of a Volume by Solveig Bale. It was another shortlisted for the Booker Prize, and I found it fascinating and meditative, and I have already bought the 2 that are coming after, because I want to know what's going on. The last one that I read was Me Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Harpman, which was one of the 2 books that I read in French this year. The French title is Moi qui n'ai pas connu les hommes. It's a Belgian author, so it was about time that I read this book. It was published, I think, in the 90s, but it has a a surge of popularity right now. I don't really know why, but I was happy to have finally read it. It's a very unusual dystopian story about the power of knowledge and why we want to have it even if it's not to be used. Thank you for watching this video. Don't hesitate to tell me what are your favorite books of 2025. Also, if you haven't already, don't hesitate to like and subscribe. It's helping a lot. I have also put in the description some links if you want to buy those books from online. It doesn't cost you more than it would usually do, but it's also helping the channel. So thank you and Happy New Year!